A little over a month ago, I sent 22 cards off to get graded with PSA. At the time, they had a current market value ungraded of about $650. It cost me about $400 to get them graded, including the shipping there and the shipping back. And at the time, I figured I had a potential chance of about tripling my return on investment if everything came back a PSA 10. However, I didn't believe that every single card was going to be a PSA 10, and I figured my prediction was that I would about double my money. I would take $600 worth of cards and turn them into about $1,200. If you're interested to see how I did, let's get to it. All right, here we go. I've been dying to get into these and see just how we did. Like I said, I'll cover all the predictions that I did last time, and we'll see where it's at. This box is lighter, so I'm guessing this is where they started returning them. So if they're going to be in order of how I submitted them, I'm guessing that this is going to be the beginning. Let's see. All right, we'll see if here's the box back from PSA. We'll see if the first one in here should be a Greninja if they're in order. And maybe I'll put it backwards. It's really tight. All right, here we go. First one in. I predicted that if this is in order here, that both of my Greninjas were going to come back as PSA 9s. So there was just something about each of them that I wasn't quite sure they'd give it to me. And here it is. Oh, nice! Gem Mint 10. Fantastic. Awesome. I was definitely unsure about these. They would have like a little something in the corner. Very rough card to get. The market value of these have come down quite a bit since in the beginning. At the time that I submitted on December 20th, December 9th, I think, is when I sent these in. The PSA 10 of this was $88 at the time. It's now $125, so it's starting to go back up again. Now, I'm taking all of the prices from price charting, so it's not always right. If you're going to sell, you got to check multiple locations and see how you do. So if that one got a 9, if that one got a 10, and I thought it was going to be a 9, bam, another 10. Awesome. Fantastic. We're starting off absolutely great here. 2 PSA 10 Greninjas, special illustration. Those collection boxes are dried up, gone. I don't think we're going to see them again. I think I have 1 Kingdra left I just put on my website. So this is going to be 2 Kingdras in a row. I thought that these would be 10s. They were my best 2 copies. And absolutely gorgeous artwork on these. And we got a 9. A 9, I'm shocked. I don't remember these having anything that I felt deserved a 9. By comparison, if something was going to get a 9, I thought the Greninja was going to get a 9. Let me get my tool out here. Take a quick peek. There could be some left to right lines on the back of the card. That could be what he saw. I don't think they're gonna get picked up. They're impossible to the visible eye. I would have rather my Greninjas be 10, so hopefully the rest of the box goes better than that. Definitely a loss if you send it in and you get a 9. And Gem Mint 10, sweet. I thought both of these would get 10s in my predictions. Absolutely gorgeous artwork. All right, next up we got a Radiant Charizard. I did think that this would 10. And Mint 9. Not sure what he saw. I thought this was going to be an easy 10. And that Some of these I'm keeping for my personal collection, and some I graded to sell. This was one that I graded to sell. I did predict it would be a 10. Unfortunately, at a 9, it's a loss. It's about 23 to 25 bucks right now. Still a cool card. Next up, we got Lana's Assistance. I graded a whole bunch of Japanese trainer full arts. I thought that they would... I thought this one was going to come back a 9, actually. And nice. It's a 10. Sweet. Yeah, see, look, there's something right there. I mean, it's a factory item. Yeah, see, right there. There's like a factory spot where the texture is missing. But I guess he let it slide. Awesome. Gem Mint 10. Alright, since we got all the ladies coming out here, next we got Bianca from Cyber Judge. Bianca from Cyber Judge. So that one I thought would 9. This one I thought would 10 for sure. And it is a 10. Sweet. Awesome. Fantastic. Next up, we got Lacey. Lacey, I also thought would 10. Looks good to me. And a 9. That is a bummer. I was hoping to have all of them, all the full art trainers. Yeah, I don't see nothing. What did the guys see? I thought it'd be a 10. That's unfortunate. I was hoping for a nice consecutive 10. Next up, we got Licia's Appeal, the most valuable of them. And a 10, Licia's Appeal would be worth about 95 bucks right now. And Gem Mint. Sweet. That's what I thought they would get. And they spoiled it. I would have had all 10s of all the modern. And my next Lisa's Appeal came back a 10 too. I thought that this one would 10. Actually, this one I thought would 9. This one I thought would 9. I must have saw something somewhere right up there. There's a spot. Again, though, I mean, it's from the manufacturing. There's like a little tick right there, if you can see it. I thought maybe that would call it, but I mean, it would be kind of ridiculous. On one hand, you can say perfect is supposed to be perfect, and on the other hand, you're like, come on, man. There's nothing I can do about that little spot. But that is a great pickup. At the time when I sent these off, she was going for about 120 bucks. Now it's down to about 95 bucks in a PSA 10. So pretty good lineup there. Bummed about the Lacey. These Japanese full arts are awesome looking though. Alright, Walking Wake. This is for my personal collection, and I really thought that this was going to 10. It looked perfect. I pulled this out of Wild Force myself. I have both of the other Wild Force SIR Pokemon, and I thought this was perfect. I'm kind of shocked. Oh my god, this thing is perfect. I don't know, maybe you didn't like that edge down there. I do see something there. That's really yeah, I mean, it's just the cutter was a little bit rough cutting it right there, but it's so minor. It's on the back. I really didn't think it was going to be a problem. Really bummed about that. Definitely not worth grading. Alright, some cards that I graded, hoping to make a little money from my shop. We got Rayquaza Rainbow from Evolving Skies. I bought this at a card shop. It was absolutely perfect. in my opinion. And bam, awesome. PSA 10. PSA 10s are going for $106 right now. A PSA 9 was 44 bucks. I'm not sure what I paid. I don't really remember. But it was a lot less than that. It was probably $30 or less. Let's see, at the time of me sending it in to grade, it was about $37 on the market, but I guarantee I spent no more than $30. So a good upside on that. Next up, we got, this is for my personal collection, Vileplume GX, the full art from Cosmic Eclipse. Absolutely love this card. Super cool looking. I actually paid a premium for this. I think I paid $50 because it looked perfect. I took the risk. I bought it on eBay. I paid a tiny bit more than market. Bam. I thought it would 10. I'm so glad. This is for my personal collection. Awesome. What an awesome full art with Erica and Vileplume. Sweet. Loving it. Can't wait for the Journey Together to come out. That set is going to be bonkers. It's already looking absolutely amazing. Alright, Japanese Charizard. I want to say I paid $90 for this. The market value when I sent it in was about $110. A PSA 9 would be $141. A PSA 10 is double almost. No, another 100. 240 bucks. Sick. I don't know if I'll be able to part with this. Absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Gem Mint 10, baby. Sweet. 240 schmackers. Alright, let's go. Silver Tempest. Trainer Gallery 20 on the Rayquaza. I pulled this out of a pack of Silver Tempest, and it was minty fresh. I went ahead and graded it. PSA 9 is only worth about, well, the card's only worth about $30. A PSA 9 is worth about $30. And a PSA 10, when I sent this in, was 80 bucks. It's now up to 180 bucks, if you can believe that. 180 bucks for a PSA 10. And I knew it was perfect. Bam. Jeez, I don't know if I can part with this either. Man, these are cards I don't want to part with. Absolutely awesome. Alright, here we go. Haunter. This was a Japanese card. I felt like this Haunter from Fossil was about as good as it was going to get. However, there's these streaks from where it probably went through the machinery on the back. It's only about a $12 card raw. It is a $45 card in a 9, $175 card in a 10. I figured I'd take a shot and see how it would come back. It's got this awesome swirl up here. I'm collecting all of Fossil, but not in slabs. This is an extra one I had that I just thought was as near mint as possible. And that's what we got, mint. So that's actually better than I expected. I thought it would come back an 8. I'm super grateful it's a 9. Absolutely awesome card. What do we got next? After Haunter, we got a full art Pikachu that I'd grabbed specifically to get graded to try to make some money to pay for all this. It's only worth 30 bucks in a 9, 35 bucks maybe. In a 10, it's worth 100. Super awesome card. Love this card from Lost Origin. This and the Pikachu VMAX from Lost Origin are absolutely phenomenal. I think they'll be highly sought after for a long time. I predicted it would be a 10, and that's what we got. Sick. Awesome. Another card. I don't know if I can part with this one either. It's gonna be hard to make any money if I can't part with any of these. Let's see. So now this card is worth $103 in a PSA 10. It's going up. Awesome. All right, next up, we got an Evolutions Charizard. I thought that this was only going to come back a 9. There's just a little bit about some of the corners. When I bought it in the store, I thought it was perfect. But when I started looking at it under the microscope, I was like, oh, I don't know about this one. It's not quite perfect. Oh, it's a 9. That's what I predicted, and that's what I got. It's only about a $35 card in a PSA 9. Well, I got what I expected. I was just hoping it was going to be better. Super awesome card. Love these cards with the Japanese. I'm pretty sure it says Crimson Dive. All right, the next two I did think were 10s, and it is a pair. It is the Growlithe, and the Perrin is next. I'm really hoping to pair 10s. I predicted that they would be 10s. A 10 in this card is $77. When I sent it in, it was $53. A 9 was only about $12, which is basically the cost of the card, but it looked perfect. Bam. Thought so. Awesome. All right. Is Perrin gonna match? Is Perrin gonna match? Let's do it, Perrin. We got the match. Match them up. Match them up. Will Perrin come back a 10? I figured it would. Sweet. PSA 10. Awesome. Super awesome. You can see Growlithe's reflection right there. Her eyes are glowing. Awesome. Super awesome. 2 10s. $78 and $176. I guess there's only there's one card left in this box, so maybe did I send in something that I didn't predict? All right, so this is, I think it's Venusaur from 151. I predicted it would come back a 9. If the card raw was 60 and it came back a 9, it was $70. I figured $15 to take a shot. And of course, if it came back a 10, that would be even awesomer. Absolutely love the artwork on these Venusaurs from 151. I predicted a 9. A 10 would be $270. Oh my god. Awesome. Can't remember why I predicted a 9, but there was something somewhere. Oh, like just a little bit, a little tiny bit of whitening in the corners. I wasn't sure how the grader would treat like a little spot like that. I figured it would be enough to knock it down to a 9. That's just a slightly rolled edge. This stuff is visible under the microscope here, but when you look at the card, you really can't see it hardly. It is on the back, no issues on the front. So clearly in this case, the guy gave me a 10. Awesome. $270 as opposed to $75 if it was a 9. Huge difference. 151 is just so hugely desirable. So I think there's just one other card in here, and it's the other Venusaur. If it comes back at 10, that would be absolutely phenomenal. Alright, it is just the one more, so I guess they put 21 in a box. Can we have the same luck again? Bam. Absolutely phenomenal. Double 10s. I'll be able to easily sell one. One for me, one for sale. Fantastic. Well, that went extremely well. Very, very much in my favor. A few cards, I got my predictions wrong. Some in the positive direction and a couple in the negative. But the ones I got in a negative were already kind of low value cards. So in the end, I still did a fantastic job. You can see the entire list here. My column G over here, it was my prediction. And you can see, like, I got the Greninjas wrong. They were actually 10s instead. I got one of my Kingdras was downgraded from what I thought it was going to be. However, you know, I'd rather have the positive Greninjas than and get a negative Kingdra in that case. I was a little surprised that the Radiant Charizard was a 9. He must have saw something that I didn't see. Lana's Assistance, I'm glad that I got a 10 instead of a 9. However, I was shocked that the Lacey came back a 9 instead of a 10. And I was very grateful that both of my Alicia's appeal, because she's the most desirable, came back 10s when I thought that at least one of them was going to come back a 9. Walking Wake, another low value card. I can probably go on eBay and get myself a 10. You know, on a good day, maybe I can get one for 35. I think I'm going to start hunting for that because it's the last one out of the 3 ancient Pokemon that I need to fulfill the set of PSA 10s. But anyways, that unfortunately was a loss there. All of these were 10s like I thought. The Hunter was a 9, a little bit better. It's not a huge value card unless you get a 10, but I just think it's a really awesome card, and I wanted to get it graded. Pikachu came back as expected. These came back as expected, and a super pleasant surprise with both Venusaurs from 151 coming back 10s. All in all, the market value for these slabs are $2,413 for what I got back. I spent $307 for grading. It was $31 to ship them there, $45 to ship them back to me, because you can't really do anything about that. You can take the risk. Like when I sent them in for roughly what I felt they were worth ungraded. So I paid a little less for insurance than I have to pay when they come back, because they're going to insure them based on the actual declared value that you declare when you send it in. Also, they didn't upcharge me, even though the Venusaurs are worth $269. I submitted in the under 200 category. Same thing up here with the Charizard from 151. It's not a huge difference, and they don't really, unless it's a huge difference, they're probably going to let it slide. So I just capped them as a declared value of 200, even though I knew that it was 250 at the time. They've gone up in value. People are going crazy, as you've seen in Costco and whatnot. So anyways, that leaves me with a value of about $2,000 and $2,028 after my expenses here. However, I paid for some of these cards. I don't exactly have the value. Some of them I bought from friends. Some of them I bought at the store. Some of them I bought on eBay, and some of them I just pulled. Like Venusaur, I pulled a bunch of times. Perrin, I pulled. I think Hisui and Growlithe, I went to the store and got them for like $12. I think Pikachu. So I have to figure out exactly what I spent on these cards. You know, you could say for like the Japanese sets, the cost of the box is roughly what you paid for the card, because you're only going to get one super rare or better. You know, Charizard, I'm going to essentially say I paid nothing. The Kingdra and Greninjas, you can sort of say whatever you paid for the box to get them. I suppose you could subtract the packs if you want. So I didn't exactly make that much because these cards did cost me money. If you go by what the ungraded value was of $600, you can see that I increased the value by about $1,400. So, and that's even after the expenses of sending them in. So definitely in this case, I got a huge upside, and you know, you can make money from grading. Now I got to sell them. Which ones I sell and which ones I don't. Plus I'm going to have to pay fees and shipping in order to ship them out. So that gets factored into it well. But all in all, I think I did fantastic. And I got another 30-something slabs that are already there. Or they're not slabs yet. 30-something cards. I'm waiting for them to come back. And hopefully I do as well that time as I did this time. What was your favorite card that I got today? How do you think I did on my PSA grading endeavor? Have you done it yourself, and how has it turned out for you? Let me know in the comments. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I'll catch you in the next video.